Fight is coming up is Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury 2 on December 21st. How do you think that's going to go?
Man, I didn't think Usyk was going to do...
What makes him, I think, gain more success and stuff like that. When I see him and Usyk, I see how they cheated Cunningham with that clubbing. He laid his weight on him, and then he...
It's no news that on December 21st this year, Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury will run it back again in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Since it's a new week, the Gypsy King has less than 2 weeks to prepare for the rematch. Hopefully, 12 rounds with Usyk have taught the Gypsy King enough about the cat, and Fury is working on the areas needing improvement. Well, if he hasn't learnt from the 12 rounds, he can learn from some boxing professionals who have reacted in different ways to the unified heavyweight championship match between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk.
People don't pick on big guys. Usyk don't have to buzz him. Usyk know how to fight. He's more prepared. He understands he ain't got the longer arm.
The heavyweight title fight between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, which ended with the Ukrainian winning by split decision, generated a series of controversies, as many saw the Gypsy King win in May this year at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The fight had the spectators on their feet for a long time, responding to the expectations generated by the bout, so everyone is looking forward to the rematch between the two European fighters.
Up there had us giggling and laughing and playing the game, but when it comes to a stare off like that, the switch of him to be the character, the fun guy, and then that there.
One of only 2 men to share the ring with Tyson Fury on 3 occasions, Deontay Wilder knows the Gypsy King better than most. The pair battled in a trilogy of absorbing encounters between 2018 and 2021. The first fight was a controversial draw before the Brit confirmed his dominance in bouts 2 and 3 with knockout wins. Fury's 3 fights with Wilder were some of the most entertaining in heavyweight boxing history and were significantly more entertaining than his one-sided trilogy with Derek Chisora, which saw the Morecambe man win every bout.
Jabs, using lateral movement, and
However, in his last outing back in May, Tyson lost for the first time in his career after dropping a split decision to Oleksandr Usyk on the judges' scorecards. The 36-year-old will get his chance at redemption when he faces Usyk in a rematch on the 21st of December in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. For one of the only times in his professional career, Fury will enter the contest as a clear underdog, needing to deal with the pressure of bouncing back from his first defeat. Wilder knows all too well how tough that is to do. Before he faced Fury in their second fight in February 2020, the Bronze Bomber was unbeaten in 43 fights.
He grabbed him and clubbed him and stuff. I can see him doing the same thing with Usyk, putting his weight on him and stuff like that. I do think Usyk has more skill, but when it comes to the size...
Since being knocked out by Tyson in the 7th round of that clash, he has gone on to lose 3 of his next 4 bouts. Most recently, he was brutally knocked out by Chinese powerhouse Zhilei Zhang in a fight that many predicted at the time would spell the end of his career. While his time at the top of the heavyweight division looks to be over, Wilder is still in a unique position when it comes to providing an insight on how Fury might fare in his upcoming clash with Usyk. Asked by Boxing News to share his prediction for the fight, Wilder gave the edge to the reigning World Boxing Association, World Boxing Council, and World Boxing Organization heavyweight champion, as he reasoned,
"What I do best, coming with the right hand. I feel like if I connect with anyone with the right hand, it's going to be devastating. It'll be a knockout. So, I would have to strategize to get him. But one thing about it, he's a southpaw, and I love southpaw."
The rematch, who knows? It's all about what person brings what dog to the fight. Many times we have good days and we have bad days. You just never know. If I had to pick, I would say Usyk, but let's see what happens. If Fury can prove Wilder wrong, and even the score with Usyk, then a trilogy fight would almost certainly be inevitable to determine who is the better man once and for all. As for Wilder's own career, his trainer Malik Scott has confirmed that he doesn't expect the 39-year-old to retire, and even went as far as to confirm a 3-man wish list for his return fight.
And stuff, I don't think Usyk will be able to compete with the size of the hanging and stuff. But who knows? That's just my opinion.
That currently doesn't include Fury or Usyk. However, if the Tuscaloosa native does successfully make a return to the ring and put together a string of wins, expect him to be calling for a chance to once again face the very best in the division. Bill Haney, father of boxer Devin Haney, predicted what the outcome of that long-awaited rematch between the two heavyweight fighters might be. In interviewer DJ Vlad's podcast, Bill Haney touched on the subject of the rematch, which will take place on December 21st at the same venue as their first fight, the Kingdom Arena, and his response was blunt.
Fury like he did him, you know, so Usyk has made me a believer.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's made me a believer. I think that he'll upstage.
I didn't think Usyk was going to do Fury like he did. Usyk has made me a believer in his boxing. Yes, he has made me a believer. I think he will beat Fury again, and then he will go 2-0 in his favor, Haney said. The show's host, DJ Vlad, said that Fury does not seem to be a heavyweight world champion, but has proven to be a great fighter. Haney's response confirmed what Vlad said. He's a fighter. He comes from a family of fighters. His father, John Fury, is a mastermind, so Fury will be ready for the fight, but still I stick with Usyk's triumph, Haney replied. The first fight aroused great interest in the boxing world, so something bigger is expected for this second chapter between the Briton and the Ukrainian. However, the economic issue has been a roller coaster in the negotiations.
Fury again.
Oh, so you think it's going to be 2-0?
It'll be 2-0.
Right. I mean, Fury is a interesting guy, man. Doesn't look like a world champion boxer, but you throw him in the ring and
He's a fighter. He's a fighter.
He's a real fighter.
No, he's a fighter.
Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury achieved significant commercial success, selling more than 5 million pay-per-view buys, mainly in the UK. Essentially, Sports.com reported. PPV purchases generated an impressive $50 million in revenue. In addition, the event earned $40 million in advertising and $3 million in box office revenue through ticket sales. The total purse for the fight was reportedly around $150 million or 116 million pounds. The purse was split accordingly, with Fury guaranteed 70%, around $105 million, and Usyk receiving $45 million. Despite the commercial success of the event, reports indicate that the revenue generated by the fight did not cover the total expenses incurred, more than $120 million. An important factor that contributed to this financial shortfall was the piracy of the event. At least 20 million people watched the fight via illegal streams, with approximately 45% of viewers from Europe, while 18% were from the UK.
Comes from a fighter family.
Yeah.
You know, his dad, a mastermind within himself. So I expect a fight now. I expect Tyson to come. He's gonna come ready.
Illegal streaming is estimated to have resulted in a financial loss of more than $1 billion. Former world champion Timothy Bradley has made his prediction for the second fight between World Boxing Council, World Boxing Association, World Boxing Organization, and International Boxing Organization, heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk, and former world champion Tyson Fury. 7 months after their first historic fight in May, where Usyk won and became the first undisputed heavyweight champion in over 20 years, these two heavyweights will meet again in Saudi Arabia in December.
In the rematch, I'm going to pick Usyk. I think Usyk has his number. I think Usyk knows what he has to do now. I think he's smart enough. I think he knows his weakness. I think he continues to come.
Yes, I think Usyk will win again. I've been wrong many times. I picked Fury to win the first fight, and I was wrong. Fury was on his way to victory, but then Usyk turned it around and beat him, Bradley said. The first fight was intense, with the Gypsy King pulling ahead in the middle rounds, but Usyk seized the initiative, as he had done before, confidently defeating the Briton in the 9th round. That was enough to hand Fury the first defeat of his professional career. Earlier, former heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua also shared his prediction for the Usyk-Fury rematch.
Come forward, think about this now. He bagged up the bigger man all night from the first round all the way to the end. Think about that.
In this connection, former 3-division world champion Shane Mosley sent Fury some advice he will need in the rematch against Usyk. While Usyk clearly deserved the victory, several people, including Bob Arum, thought Tyson Fury's performance was commendable too. And lately, Arum argued that if Fury learned from his mistakes and trained well for the rematch, he should be able to defeat Usyk and avenge his loss. Similarly, Mosley pointed out a few things Fury needs for a better rematch. And what are those? According to Shane Mosley's understanding, Fury would do much better if he jabbed more frequently to keep Usyk at arm's length.
Tyson Fury doesn't like all the movement that Usyk is doing. I think that it's hard for any heavyweight to respond all the time, to be 100% on all the time.
He's going to have to use that jab a lot better. He's going to have to use that jab. Keep him at bay with the jab. Jab, jab, right hand, said Mosley. In addition, he felt the 1-2s would work better if Fury used his footwork well. Mosley also advised Fury to focus on a particular weakness shown by Usyk. Having instructed Fury to maintain distance and prosper through counterpunching, Mosley referred to Daniel Dubois versus Oleksandr Usyk. Dubois could put Usyk in a fix with body shots, so the body is Usyk's Achilles heel. Or in Frank Warren's language, Usyk is a bit suspect when it comes to his body. Therefore, Mosley said, so why not throw some jabs, some straight hands to the body? In his opinion, should Fury be able to make these adjustments, he would certainly beat Usyk.
Time, because all the movement that Usyk's doing, he doesn't know when Usyk's going to throw, and Usyk has respectable power in the heavyweight division to be able to knock him out or hurt.
In this context, through our analytical eyes, it is worth exploring the mistakes Tyson Fury made against Oleksandr Usyk in the first match. To begin with, Tyson Fury kept his hands low and let Oleksandr Usyk close in on the distance. At times, Fury seemed more interested in entertaining the crowd by taunting Usyk. For example, in the middle of the 4th round, having missed his combination, Fury pulled his arms back and just stared at Usyk with an annoying smile to hide his exhaustion. In the 6th round, when Usyk came too close, Fury was able to land a solid uppercut and wobble the Ukrainian. However, instead of immediately raining his punches on Usyk, Fury gave the former time to recover.
So he has to watch out for him. So that's making the fight a lot more harder, because big heavyweights, they hit hard, they take a longer time to get.
But at the same time, Fury demonstrated patience and could land a second uppercut a few seconds later in the same round. Yet in the 9th round, Usyk conquered Goliath. What a heart the boxer displayed. Honestly speaking, this was nothing short of a TKO. The official was kind enough to consider it a knockdown and let Fury recover. In a recent interview, Evander Holyfield broke down the Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk fight on May 18th and highlighted tips he believed could help Tyson Fury emerge victorious in the rematch.
What would you say Fury should improve on if he was to do a rematch with Usyk?
Well, Fury, I think that, he got to use the jab more if he gonna do.
Though Evander Holyfield didn't clearly express his favorite ahead of fight night, as it was clear that he was mainly talking from an analytic perspective. In what was an enthralling back and forth encounter, Usyk was on the verge of stopping the Gypsy King in the 9th round. He would be saved by the bell, and the 37-year-old from Ukraine had to settle for an anxious wait for the scorecards. It was a deserved decision, and Usyk left the ring with all the 4 major heavyweight titles.
He's gonna have to double jab sometime, I think sometimes grabbing the person make it worse for him.
Usyk has undoubtedly cemented his legacy in the sport and is just one of 2 men to have ever been undisputed champion at both cruiserweight and heavyweight. The other to have achieved that feat is the legendary American Evander Holyfield. Speaking to Fight Hype, the Real Deal made it clear that Fury needs to jab his way to victory against Usyk when they meet again.
I think he has to be able to step back, come forward, step back. Boxing is one of the things that grabbing people.
Fury, he's got to use the jab more if he's going to do anything next time. He's going to have to do a double jab sometimes. I think sometimes when he grabs and holds a person, it makes it worse for him. He needs to be able to step back with the jab and come forward. Holding people sometimes gives the other person a little bit more rest and a chance to hit you. After defeat, Fury wasted no time confirming he would activate his contractual rematch clause. The man behind the big fights in Saudi Arabia, Turki Al-Sheikh, has now confirmed the two will run it back on December 21st as part of Riyadh's season. However, Tyson Fury has an entirely different plan from Holyfield's advice.
4 weeks to go to the biggest fight of the year, the biggest fight in boxing, me and Usyk, and I'm coming in hot.
Whether he's discovered this as a tool that works for him or his plan is his attempt to disregard the contribution of boxing professionals, he claims his approach is the only way he's sure of defeating Oleksandr Usyk. Last month, the Brit revealed he will be looking to secure a knockout win in December. Speaking in an interview ahead of the console release of the boxing video game Undisputed, When asked what tactic he preferred out of staying on the outside or stepping into a fighter, Fury answered,
Tend to get them a little bit more rest and get them a chance to hit you.
I don't know. It's horses for courses, isn't it? It all depends on what I need to do at night. I needed to get Wilder out of there or he got me out of there, and that's the type of fight it had to be. It had to be a 50-50th gunsling with the biggest puncher in history, or else he'd have chinned me in round 9. Going into the rematch with Usyk, it's going to be the same. I'm going to roll the dice and it's going to be you or me. Best foot forward and swing away. I've never been afraid to get knocked spark out. I've always put it on the line every time. He added, there's no secret. I'm going in there to knock you out because I don't think I'm going to get a decision no matter what I do. I don't think I'm going to get a boxing decision, so I'm going to have to take it out of the judge's hands like I did in America that time. And I've got to get him Usyk out of there. Hand on heart, I have to get him out of there to see victory.
I'm coming in hot! Get up! Can't wait. 21st of December. The belts are going to be mine again!
Ahead of the blockbuster rematch, recent pictures would suggest that Fury is gaining a little bit of extra weight as he looks to secure a finish next month. The two-time heavyweight world champion weighed 262 pounds for his clash, over 30 pounds more than his opponent. Despite giving himself a 10/10 rating for his first outing with the Ukrainian, the Brit insisted that it wasn't the real Gypsy King. In a post uploaded to his Instagram story last month, Fury uploaded a picture of his physique before his defeat in May, captioning it, "Was in the shape of my life, but this is not the GK Gypsy King." In a second image, uploaded alongside it was a snapshot from his second showdown with Deontay Wilder, with Fury writing, "This is him, 19 St. 11 pounds bruiser."
Even though I think Usyk will win, because for one thing, he's a tough fighter and he don't give up and he quicker.
Shockingly, before the fight in May, Evander Holyfield had assessed the fight from a professional outlook. Hence, Evander Holyfield believed Oleksandr Usyk will target Tyson Fury's eye in their undisputed title clash in May, and recalled what it felt like to have blood running down his face during a fight. Holyfield, often hailed as one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time, retired from professional boxing back in 2014 after a career that spanned nearly 3 decades. Holyfield's career was marked by numerous achievements, becoming the undisputed cruiserweight champion before stepping up in weight to knock James Buster Douglas out to become the undisputed heavyweight champion.
He's quicker, and so I don't think that Tyson Fury would be able to compete with how many punches he's going.
In an interview with TNT Sports, Holyfield explained the game plans that each of the champions should adopt in what will surely be the biggest test in each of their respective careers. Both of the fighters are great fighters, but both of them fight in 2 different styles. I think that if the fight becomes not very aggressive, I think that it favors Tyson Fury. If the fight becomes a busy fight, very close, I think that it is going to come out to Usyk.
Fight. Tyson Fury suffers a cut in sparring and it's postponed.
Well, it can happen. It's all depend on, did he have everything on that he's supposed to have on? You have that.
Usyk is a guy that, when it comes down to just fighting, he is a fighter. Tyson Fury is a thinking fighter. If things get to be slow, there is a good chance that he will win. Size has something to do with the style of fight that you fight. Tyson Fury is the tall guy, so if he can keep him out there at range, he has the longer arms, and of course he is going to win. If they get close, then I think it will come down to whoever has got the faster hands. Then the little guy has got faster hands. He takes a good shot, and he is always busy.
The headgear's on. I don't see how he got hit like that, if because the headgear will be thick enough to, before they hit you in your eyes, it hit the pads.
I was just like Usyk. I was one of those types of fighters, but if I don't fight the right fight, then I am not going to win them all. That's pretty much the same as when I fought Lennox Lewis. He is the long, tall fighter. He is going to get there faster if I stay away from him. If I stay on him, then I can get him. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.